spending time with her husband, friends, family, including her 12 grandchildren. In her spare time, she connects and celebrates with the women involved in motorsports, taking you behind the wall about their journey of life, racing, and how they juggle everything to make it all work. Welcome to Racing Girls Rock Podcast. Strap in, window nets up, the pedals are down, and when the green flag drops, we go.
Hello, everyone. This is Melinda Russell with Racing Girls Rock Podcast. We are sponsored by Racing Junk, Send Out Cards, Network Team, Homes Realty, and a host of others that we will talk about a little bit later in the show. But for now, I want to introduce you to my guest today. Her name is Kasey Steele. She lives in North Carolina. Isn't that a surprise? Lots of race people live in North Carolina. So we're just going to give Kasey a chance today to tell us all about herself and her story, her life in racing, and what is important to her and why she loves racing. So Kasey, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me. This is a really big honor.
Well, I'm glad we could connect today. So
yes, there's a lot
Kasey,
of great women in the racing industry. So getting to be a part of that is it is unbelievable. It
truly is to be a part of something that I didn't even know 2 years ago I wanted to be a part of. And now I'm, feel like I'm kind of in the trenches leading the way for some people. And so it's been a blessing to me, honestly, in my life. So Kasey, why don't we start by tell us a little bit about yourself? Okay. Are you married? Where do you live? Do you have pets? And how did you get started in racing?
Well, we are right inside Welcome, North Carolina. It's me and my husband. We have 2 boys. They're 14 and 12. We have several pets, dogs, cats. I'm pretty sure we've adopted a squirrel or 2 in the backyard. We're on 4 acres, and we came from a large city down to a very, very small town. And it is such a blessing, and it is so unbelievable, the closeness of everybody in this community. And nobody around here sees NASCAR. They're not starstruck. They're so used to it. Me, on the other hand, I was starstruck the first time.
Yeah. I would think there'd be a lot of what I would call famous people or well-known people in the racing industry that if you're not into racing, you would probably have no idea who they were. But, especially like crew chiefs and people like that, we all know who those people are. But they're not the famous face that people normally see.
No. As a matter of fact, we were on our way to go pick up a swing right after we moved, and we got in behind Richard Petty's trailer. And me being the outgoing person, I told my husband, I was like, T, follow the trailer. He said, what? I said, yeah, follow him. So we went over, and I went and asked the driver if, we could get a picture with our truck next to the trailer. And he was really surprised that I didn't, wasn't asking for autographs or anything like that. And I was like, no, I just want a picture of the trailer.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yes.
So how did you get started in racing?
Oh, goodness. It's a typical great American love story. I had an older brother that if it had bolts and tires, he was working on it. And he was a diehard Ford person. Of course, my very first real truck was a 1970 Chevy C10 with a 383 stroker in it. Well, I had an exhaust leak, and my brother told me, I'm not going to help you work on this Chevrolet. You're going to have to figure out how to work on it yourself. So I get under the truck. As embarrassing as it is to say, I told him, I said, I found my exhaust leak. He said, what do you mean you found your exhaust leak? Melinda, I said, these washers have cracks in them. And he said, what? I said, yeah, all these washers have cracks in them. He said, Kasey, get out from underneath the truck. Those are lock washers. They're supposed to look like that. You're getting a bicycle. I said, well, Okay, fine. Well, it was just me and him. So if I wanted to get out of the house, I had to follow him around. Well, what do him and all his buddies do? Motorcycles, trucks, cars, four-wheelers. So I had to learn the hard way. If I wanted out of the house without my parents, I had to go with the guys.
Yeah.
And just.
And it served you well, I think.
Yes. If he knew then what I would be doing now, I probably wouldn't be this far.
Yeah.
Funny thing is I went to college and got my bachelor's in business finance. Never used it. I immediately went into the medical field. I worked there for 13 years, and we were in a really bad car accident. And so I had to retire, and I still wanted to make people happy and make people smile. I didn't know how. Well, we were driving down the road, and after the car accident, I wouldn't drive. I was so deathly terrified. Now, I've ridden motorcycles, I've ridden four-wheelers, I've ridden dirt bikes. I was one of the boys.
Right.
I was so afraid to get behind the wheel of the car that I panicked. I froze. We were driving down the road, me and my husband were, and out of the corner of my eye, I caught the sight of a 2005 Dodge Ram 1500. No big deal. I test drove it. And Melinda, this truck gave me back part of what the wreck took away from me.
Yeah.
I put bigger tires on it. The step bars on the sides were loose, so I welded them to where they were a little bit more sturdy. I put aftermarket wheels on it. I changed all of the suspension under the front, new tie rods, new bushings, everything. Getting this truck with big old 33s on it. Unfortunately, I'm not afraid anymore.
Yeah. People should be afraid of you now.
Well, yeah. But it gave me back the confidence that we were hit by a drunk driver. So it gave me back the confidence that the drunk driver took away from us. And
right.
In a sense, it gave my kids back the mom that they had.
Yeah.
So I'm not the only person that has been in an accident that is afraid to get behind the wheel.
Oh,
but I'm going to be the person walking beside you saying, you know what? We're going to do this. You're not going to do this on your own.
Yeah.
I've had several people tell me, no, you shouldn't do this. You should go back into medical. You shouldn't go building cars and building hot rods. I'm not the person that takes no for an answer. If you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to burn my barn down to prove you wrong.
Uh-huh.
So, but I love it. I love the people that I have come in contact with. I have come in contact with people that I never in a million years thought that I would ever meet.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I grew up watching Stacey David on TV, and now I'm lucky enough to call him a friend.
Yeah.
And he's a mentor, and it's such a wonderful family. And I'm so blessed to have my family be a part of this huge conglomeration of car enthusiasts.
Yeah, absolutely. And every kind of racing that I talk to women that they're involved in, whether it be drag racing or road rallies or, maybe they work in a store that sells parts to guys who race. It doesn't matter. They all say the same thing. It's the people.
Yeah, it truly, truly is. This is we build custom show trucks.
Yeah.
And we build trucks that have never been built before.
Right.
So this is definitely, it runs a lot of parallels with NASCAR. Mm-hmm. NASCAR is a predominantly male sport.
Yeah.
Aftermarkets and show trucks are a predominantly male sport.
Right.
I never would have considered it a sport until I got in it. It is just as nerve-wracking and just as long hours and sleepless nights as any sport I've ever been a part of. So yes, the aftermarket community is a sport. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing, but there's definitely barriers that are coming down. I got the pleasure of talking with Jessie Combs a couple of times.
Okay.
And she said something to me that will stick with me forever. On my LinkedIn, it's my bio. It says, nobody got where they are without the help of someone else. Be that someone else for someone else.
Yeah, I
and
love
that just speaks volumes.
Yeah.
And with all the nonsense that's going on in the world today, we stay as far away from politics as we can get.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can find a common happiness with another human being, grab onto that with both hands and don't let go.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's Dodge, Chevy, GMC, Toyota. We all agree we don't like Honda Ridgelines.
Oh, poor Honda.
But yes, we love Honda cars, just not Honda Ridgeline.
Okay.
But when it comes to the end of the day, it's all about camaraderie and like-minded people and people that love the industry and love the people that are in it and love who we represent.
Yeah.
I work with some great companies. I am so fortunate. We work with Croftgate USA. Oh, the absolute best detail products you will ever find. We work with Tamco Paints. They are phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. GenY Hitch, we got hitches from them. We pull 2 really big trailers, so we needed really good hitches, and the guys at GenY went above and beyond.
So tell people what your shirt says. I know they can't see it, but
it says,
she's got a sign behind her, and she's got a shirt on that I love. Tell me what your shirt says.
It says, now make sure I say this right.
Okay.
It says, I got 99 hitches, or I got 99 problems, but my hitch ain't one.
Right. I got 99 problems, but my hitch ain't one. So
that's right.
For a hitch company, that's a great t-shirt.
Oh, and you know what? There's a lot of people that their company it's hard to find a company that will actually stick with what their marketing logos are.
Uh-huh.
GenY hitches are by far, hands down, well worth the money. They are so well put together.
Okay.
And you'll find this out the first time you get one or you hit your shin on it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That is pain like nothing else.
I've had more than a few bruises. My husband has a trailer that we trailer our motorcycle on when we travel. And wow, I can't tell you how many times I ran into that damn thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, most definitely. We also have a new company that we're working with. It's Rightline Gear, and it's the Moki doorstep. Well, I'm only 5'3". We have really big trucks.
Uh-huh.
So detailing them, getting up to the top to get stuff, where it needs to go, without me monkey climbing all over these show trucks, the only other option I had was to get a ladder. Well, every time I pull the step ladder out, T would about have a heart attack because I'm near show trucks with the ladder.
Right.
I do good on my own 2 feet. So Moki doorstep came out. And I know nobody can see this, but I'm going to show it to you because it's awesome.
All right.
It's this step that goes in, the bracket that when you close your door, it hooks on, and when you open your door, it's a little D-ring that's on the side of your door. You hook this part onto it like this, and you can step right here.
Oh, that's very cool.
Universal. It works on my 1500. It works on Mega or Dodge 3500. And I've jumped up and down, and no, I'm not going to say how much I weigh. I have jumped up and down on this thing, and it is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
So now my husband and I ride motorcycles, and I used to have my own, long story short, I had back surgery, blah, blah. So now I want to be able to, I sold my bike. I want to be able to get on the back of my husband's sport bike. But because of the pain in my back and that, and down my hip, it's hard for me to step up onto the little peg, get onto the bike. I need one of those for the motorcycle.
Yes, I will need to get a hold of them and tell them that they need a motorcycle step.
Yeah.
But they're absolutely wonderful. we also work with bolt lock. And I have to say, since you all have a trailer, you understand, trying to find the correct key for the lock that's on the trailer is the most frustrating thing ever. Bolt lock, I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No.
It's a lock that will key to your ignition key. So all of your locks, padlocks, bicycle locks, trailer locks, they all work with your truck or your car ignition key. So you have one lock, and that's it.
That's a great idea.
Absolutely. Oh, it is. It is so awesome. They just came out with a trailer coupler lock, and it's absolutely genius. Absolutely genius. We also have a new company now that we just started working with. It's called Walkabout Platforms. And this goes back to the having to get near the trucks with step ladders, step stools, ladders. It's a platform system that goes around. It goes around the front of your truck and then down each side, like the wheels. And you can walk on it and work on your truck. It's got lights that are included with it. It's got a tray, and it's got like a designated airline. So you don't have to worry about climbing all over stuff if you need to change the oil. I have to have a step stool to change my oil.
Right.
I can barely see my radiator cap.
Yeah.
So, but yes, we've been so blessed, and we're working. There's more coming in every day.
Yeah.
Because like I said, we do show trucks. We've got a 49 Chevrolet that we're building. He is definitely something special. I can give a couple of details, but he is a reveal.
Okay.
We are working with a couple of networks to showcase some of our builds. Chuggy is his name.
Okay.
And he is a 49 Chevrolet 3100 5-window.
Oh gosh.
He was owned by a retired NASCAR legend.
Really?
Yes. So I think it's just fitting that we are in the heart of NASCAR country now.
It is.
And I just can't wait for everybody to see. He's got his own Instagram page. It's Instagram at Still Chuggin' Truck, I believe it is.
Okay.
T handles that part of the social media.
Yeah.
We've got a 1957 Chevrolet 3100 Bel Air.
Oh gosh.
Yes, that is a truck that's never been made.
Yeah.
We also have a 1957 Chevrolet 3200 Nomad.
Oh wow. Lots of unusual trucks.
Yes. And both of those trucks are going to be, I want to say, themed after the 50s. Like Lucy is the 3100 Bel Air. She is, and the best way to describe it is she is a smooth blend of the 50s, because I can't wait for everybody to see her. She is going to be sharp. And Ricky, which is the Nomad 3200, he's a lot like Lucy. He's a seamless blend, just to say. But his special trick, I guess you would say, I can go ahead and divulge that. You know the old Broncos that the top would come off? Well, you know the Nomad part of a Chevy Nomad?
Okay.
That's the part that comes off.
Nice.
Yes. Our two unconventional builds is we have two Dodges. One of them is a very rare one. It's a 2007 Dodge Ram Mega Cab. It's a 4-wheel drive dually, but it still has the original 5.9 liter 24 valve Cummins in it. There's only 114 of them left on the road.
Wow.
Yes. And he is our heavy hauler. He is a 1-ton truck, and he will pull the plug out of you know where.
Yeah.
Not even think twice about it. And him and my truck, Dixie, she is a Dodge 1500, no big deal. She is what I like to call, I'm going to do her as a budget build, because I've noticed a lot of truck shows, the deeper the pockets you have, the more you can get. And not everybody can afford all the flashy,
right,
everything. So Dixie is a everyday hardworking American build.
That's
cool. Everything that's going on her, anybody can get.
Yeah.
I was quoted stating that a lot of the truck shows nowadays look like a big bag of Skittles. Everything is really pretty colors, and they're gorgeous. But at the end of the day, they're all round. They're all brand new trucks.
Yeah.
Not everybody can afford a brand new truck.
No.
Not everybody wants a brand new truck.
That's right.
So what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring the people that would normally not go after this area for aftermarket stuff. We're trying to bring them to the aftermarket manufacturers.
Yeah, that's great.
Then we're dragging all the hot rods in with them. So we're bringing jacked up trucks and hot rods.
Nice.
And I am so excited about it.
So my husband has a truck that he bought, and it was very rusty. He likes all that rusty looking stuff, which I don't. But anyway, it's been
industry is called patina.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it looks like a bunch of rust. And so it's been sitting down by his barn for quite a number of years because he works. He has a welding business, and so he hasn't started on it to do anything. But I would love someday for him to have the time and the money, because it's all about, I mean, it's expensive to get a truck. It's some kind of Studebaker or something. I don't know what it is, but anyway.
Oh, nice.
You know, there's people like him who would love to have that truck redone.
Yeah.
And he's just a regular guy, just like you said. He doesn't have thousands and thousands of dollars to put into it.
Right.
And I love that you're going after just the regular guy who wants to fix his truck up and have something cool to show his buddies and drive around town.
Yep.
Without mortgaging his house to do it.
Exactly. One thing that we pride ourselves on is, yes, Mega and Dixie, they're show trucks.
Right.
But first and foremost, they're still work trucks. Mega still pulls a trailer. Dixie still pulls a trailer.
Yeah.
They're in the process of being really pretty big and shiny, but that's still I have an everyday driver that has 35 Dixie Peck Extreme Country mud terrain tires.
Wow.
As my everyday driver. And I saw the meme on Facebook. It's a girl that says, "We'll talk on the way home." And the guy says, "No, we won't." It's got a picture of big tires. That's right, because my tires do the wom, 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 wom. Nobody wants to ride with me. I'm good with that. Except my boys. My 14-year-old, my 12-year-old love it.
I'm sure
they absolutely love it. But yeah, we love being in the industry. We love being a part of the family. I cannot wait. We are actually dabbling with drag trucks.
Oh.
Yes, that is an up and coming. But just from the show trucks we produced, I can't wait for everybody to see what we do on the racing circuit.
Right.
These show trucks, I mean, we take them out and tour. Just like imagine if Jason Aldean or George Strait was touring. We do the same thing. We have 50 shows lined up in the next, starting in 2020 and going for 2 years. Mega and Dixie will be on tour together. Then Chuggy and his big handler, my husband was in the entertainment business for 20 plus years. So Chuggy has a big truck that's coming as a surprise. And then Lucy and Ricky tour together.
Okay.
So if we put all these together and only do 2 at a time, we're booked for the next 6 years.
Oh, gosh.
Taking trucks out. Yes.
So where do you go to show those trucks off?
Well, we are, of course, we're members of SEMA.
Yeah.
So we're going to be at SEMA. We are members of the National Street Rod Association.
Yeah.
So we're going to be at several of those shows.
Okay.
We were lucky enough.
Are you coming to Kalamazoo, Michigan?
Is it going to be snowing?
No.
Okay, then yeah, I'll be there.
September.
It's in September?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's always in September.
We should be there because I know we're going to do the rod runs in Pigeon Forge. There's a spring run and then there's the fall run. One of them's in April and then one of them I believe is in either September or October.
Okay.
But if we are up there, then yeah, we're coming to see you.
Okay, well,
Oh.
you better make sure you let me know about that. So, because that's
Oh, most definitely.
Kalamazoo. They have a really big show. So, okay.
Oh, they do? Okay, awesome. We're also members of the Good Guys
Yeah.
Car Club.
Heard
So
of.
we're going to get a bunch of those. Of course, we're doing the typical Battle at Bama, Lone Star Throwdown, Lone Star Nationals, Nashville Nationals, Orange Beach Invasion, Daytona Turkey Run. Yeah, Daytona Turkey Run. Then there's the Daytona Truck Meet. And I have to figure out how to make all these shows work together and not coincide.
Right.
So there's a good chance Megan and Dixie will be at certain shows and then the other ones will be at other shows. But it's still our company covering all of this. And the primary goal for our company is, yes, we make really cool trucks, really, really cool trucks. We're affiliated with really awesome companies.
Right.
But for me, these trucks, I want them to give inspiration. I don't care if you want to go back to college and somebody's told you no. You really want that promotion at work and you don't think you deserve it. Don't take no for an answer. Don't let anybody ever steal your thunder. That's what I want these trucks to get out there with. And we've got edutainment areas for Chuggy. He's going to have at least one vintage gas pump that goes on tour with him that is going to be an audio video telling about our sponsors, telling about our partners, telling about the trucks, telling them about us. It's definitely, I heard that we build next level stuff. So that's a compliment.
It is.
We're going to take I hate the word sponsorship because to me, that's just give me. I like the word partnership.
The word marketing partners.
Yes, because, a lot of companies, they want to know their return on investment. I don't like using that phrase. I like reach of investment.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, we're projected about, give or take, about 2 million people that we reach.
That's a lot.
Yes. I'm very passionate about what we do. We have a shop called the Rat's Nest. And it's 15,000 square foot, 2-story shop.
Yeah.
We all weld. I am currently putting together an all-girl build.
Oh.
For a 59 Chevrolet Apache.
Wow.
Now, here's where you're going to like it. Guess what started in 1959?
NASCAR. I don't know.
Daytona 500.
Oh, the Daytona 500.
And the Daytona International Speedway was finished in February of 1959.
I did not know that.
Yes. So
because last year or this year, but back in February would have been their 50th anniversary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this build, what my goal for it is, I don't know if I'll reach it, is I want this to be an all-girl build focusing on the men and women that paved the way for us to be in the motorsports industry.
Nice.
That's my goal. But guess who won the Daytona 500?
In 1959?
Uh-huh.
I have no idea.
Lee Petty. None other than Lee Petty himself.
Really?
Yep. So, I mean, we're right down the road from Junior Johnson. I mean, we are in the lap, so to speak, of the all-time greats. And it would be such a disservice to them and everything they've risked if we didn't embrace it and just run with it.
Right. I love it. I absolutely love it. You sent me some pictures.
Yeah.
Connected. And I showed them to my husband and he was like, wow, those are some amazing, trucks.
Oh, thank you.
That's cool. We're going to have to, at some point, IWMA is going to be doing some events this year at some tracks. So we're going to have to figure out how to get a couple of your trucks somewhere for people to see. That's cool.
Most definitely. I forgot to mention, we also have a new group our company we're working with called GuniWheels. Okay. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
No.
They are a alternative to jack stands and moving your cars around on jacks and stuff. They actually have universal 4 and 5 lug, and they're coming out with universal 5 and 6 lug. They are so cool. Their Instagram is at GuniWheel.
Okay.
And it's definitely a lot of the race industry would do good to check them out.
Okay.
They're awesome company. But it takes the risk and the danger out of having your car up on a jack or jack stands.
Yeah.
And it just makes, I mean, the racing industry is dangerous anyways.
Right.
Why take unnecessary risks in the shop?
Yeah, exactly.
And I know a lot of the cars, their tires were too big to load into the trailers. These, you could take the racing tires off, put the GuniWheels on, whoop, in your trailer you go.
Nice. Yeah, we're going to list, I'm going to want you to send me a list of all those companies you mentioned and like their website or whatever, because I think people will be really interested in checking those out. So that's your homework when we're done here today, is to send all those to me.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So who's your customer? How, where do they come from?
We actually don't build for the public. We do all private builds, and then we take them on tour. And if at the point that we want to sell them, we auction them.
Okay.
And then part of the proceeds of the auction goes to a charity, whether it be a scholarship for welding school, a scholarship for auto mechanics. It's going to be in the making for a little bit, but there's not enough scholarships for kids to go to auto, like trade school.
Yeah.
Diesel mechanics. There's more kids than there is funds available. And the scholarship foundation that I'm working on focuses on the kids that might not be the best at testing, but they've been working on a car since they were 8.
Yeah.
Those are the kids I want to focus on, because those are the kids that need somebody in their corner. I am the in corner person. I'm in everybody's corner.
Okay.
Except mine most of the time.
That comes with being a mom and a woman.
Yes. Now, later on down the road, we are toying with the idea of building trucks like the ones that we've taken out on tour, just changed just a little bit, and actually putting them up for sale. So that might be a couple of years down the road, but that's definitely in our business plan.
Okay. Well,
Definitely.
You and your husband are busy.
Oh, you have no idea. We're building a town too.
Yeah. You're building a town.
Yes, we are building a town. We have buildings on our property that we are turning into Shiners Hollow. We have 2 creeks running through the property, so our property is divided. And the buildings in Shiners Hollow, they're going to be 1860s Western meets 1950s. And we're going to have a saloon that's going to be a working saloon minus the extra girls. We're going to have a hotel that's going to be guest quarters. We're going to have a jail, which is going to be guest quarters. And then we're going to have a 1950s gas station. I mean,
very cool.
There's so much going on that is just going to be so much fun and so beneficial. Like Shiners Hollow, all of our partners, they have absolute 100% use of all of the buildings and the builds that they were partnered with for their own advertising.
Nice.
So, I mean, that's why I said I don't like return, I like reach.
I love the term reach because, I get the same thing. And in 2020, we're going to be working or hoping to work with some bigger companies. And I love the reach because being international, we do reach a lot of people outside of the United States. And to my amazement, when I check my Facebook numbers and that kind of thing, it blows me away because I never dreamed that in this length of time, 2 years now we've been launched, that we would reach millions of people through Facebook. And I love that. I'm going to change that in my marketing proposal.
Oh, go for it.
That's awesome.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm so tickled, and I cannot wait for the public to see what we've got coming out.
Right. Right. Let's talk about that. How can people find where you are, what you do? Are they able to kind of see? Do you have pictures that show what you've done? Tell us how they can find that.
We've got Instagram, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Now, I'll be completely transparent. I don't tweet very often.
No.
You know, I'm over all the marketing and setting up all the events and running the house and running around the kids. No offense to anybody, but I don't have time to twit.
No. I don't really do much tweeting either. I do a lot of LinkedIn and Facebook and then Instagram, but I follow Twitter because so many race people are on it, but I'm not one that's a big Twitter fan. But
each of the truck builds has their own Instagram page.
Okay.
Chuggy, the little 49, he is at Still Chugging Truck, and Mega, the Mega Cab, he is on Instagram at Mega 3500 Truck 3500.
All right. So what I'm going to have you do is send me.
I'll send you all the links because we got
it in the show notes so that people can go there and find all of that, because definitely want people to go and take a look at those pictures. Amazing things that you guys have done.
Thank you.
And then also the event schedule, like where you're going to be. A link to how they can follow or find that, because
absolutely.
I think, you know, if you get anywhere close to me, I'd love to come and see what you've got and what, you know. Pictures are great, but I want to see it in person. So
what we're going to do is we're going to link up with the people from the 360 cameras, and we're going to set it up to where if we're like, our fans and our followers can see where we're at on tour. And if they're close, let's say we stop at a Pilot Flying J to refuel. If they're close, they can come by and say hi.
Right.
They can get pictures with the trucks. You know, it's not all about the truck shows. It's about the reach.
People. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah. We do a lot of charity things. We mainly we want to focus on the local communities, the moms that's trying to figure out which is more important, gas or water. We want to try to help those people as well by doing charity events and parades and donations and stuff like that, you know, because if you don't take care of the small communities, then we don't have anything.
That's right.
Everybody started small. Everybody.
Yeah.
And we can't forget the small people, because they're somebody's mom and dad, grandma, grandpa, brother and sister. They still have mouths to feed, just like everybody else.
Right. And
I will not leave them behind.
Yeah, that's amazing.
You can like me or hate me, but I'm bringing the little people with me.
Well, exactly. And, you know, there's a lot more of those when you figure it out. And especially those people, those grassroots people that love that kind of stuff is the thing. You know, I love what you're doing, Kasey.
Thank you.
You're an amazing woman full of so much energy. You can't help but be excited and want to just jump in and be like, I want that truck to come here. I want to see what they're doing. So I know that people are going to start following you and watching what you're doing next and what's new. I love that you have such good companies that you partner with. And part of what you do is you share that with people so that they can be successful. And that's important as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm on Facebook. If anybody wants to send me a friend request, by all means, it's Kasey Steele. Send me a message and I'll unlock it to where the friend request can come through.
Okay.
Because I've got big people or good people on my Facebook, and some people are a little weird, but if anybody that's listening wants to send me a friend request.
Okay.
I don't like I'm giving you my bank account information, but we can be friends.
Right, exactly. Sure. So, well, I have really enjoyed talking to you today. Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank you.
This has been so fun, and I love your smile.
It has.
And I know maybe they can't see your smile, but they can hear it in your voice when you talk about what you do. It's definitely your passion, and it's what you do. And I love that part of it. So any last words that you want to share with our listeners?
Just if you take anything away from this, take what Jesse told me. Nobody got anywhere. Nobody got where they are without the help of someone else.
Yeah.
Be that someone else for someone else.
Right.
Pay it forward. If you see another builder or another racer or another industry person struggling, help them.
Yeah.
It might just take a phone call. You never know what somebody's going through.
That's
Take
true.
5 minutes out of your day and offer a smile, a word of kindness.
Yeah.
Because that could make all the difference in the world. Because I guarantee you, we've all been there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Everybody.
Life is typically not a bed of roses. You have your ups and downs, and so when you're able to help others, that's always important.
And
we love
especially us women in the industry. We really have to support each other and hold each other up and hold each other accountable.
Right.
You know, it's not just empowerment, it's accountability.
That's true.
If you do something dumb, I'm going to call you on you've done something dumb. I'm going to help you fix it, but don't drag me through that nonsense again.
Right. Right. And that's being supportive and not critical. That's just being supportive. So,
yeah.
Well, Kasey, again, I have really enjoyed our talk today.
Oh, thank you so much.
You know, I'm just going to say to my listeners, she was worried that she would not be able to share what she did. And we had a little code signal that she was like stumped. And I haven't even had to use it one time because when she starts talking, you can hear the passion in her voice for what she does.
Well, you made me feel so comfortable.
Oh, well,
it's like being in my aunt's house.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I'm at home.
Exactly. And that's how we want these podcasts to come across. So
when that happens, you're in trouble because you're gonna have to disconnect to get me to stop.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
So Melinda, this has been such an honor and such a blessing.
Oh.
And everybody that follows you and listens to you, I have sent out invitations to listen to the podcast. And you listening to you can't help but walk away feeling empowered, feeling better, feeling blessed, feeling honored. And you are just such an amazing woman. And thank you for opening the door that you've opened. I know it's been a short amount of time, but you have touched and changed so many lives, mine included.
Well, I appreciate that. And that's, you know, it's funny how you feel like you have an idea out of the blue, kind of, and so you're not sure if anybody else is even interested like you are. Then you find out, there are. And then I look back 2 years ago and all the things that I've been able to do and the women I've been able to connect with, there's nothing better than what I've been allowed to do, and that is connect and support and celebrate women in motorsports. And wow, I've met some amazing people.
Definitely. The boys are good at celebrating, but let us girls loose. We'll show you how to do it.
Exactly. And you know, it's funny though, so many men have been supportive of what we're doing. So many men.
Yes.
Like, the women, you know, my girlfriend, my wife, the track owner, the whoever, they need to have some, you know, kudos too. And so very supportive of what we're doing.
Yeah. And another thing, the families. I mean, this is a very, very demanding industry.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just the spouses, it's the kids, it's, you know, the racers' parents. I mean, it's like, to me, the motorsports industry is like throwing a little pebble into a pond. It just ripples out and everybody's affected. And if I can help make that ripple positive, then I'm going to do it.
Right.
If it's going to be a negative ripple, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be around.
Yeah.
Unless it's to support and hold up the ones that the ripple affects.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Simple as that. And I've told a lot of people, you're either going to love me or you're going to hate me. But I can't conform to what everybody thinks I should be.
Yeah.
I can't do that and raise two boys.
I think you're awesome the way you are. So don't let anybody change you.
My teenagers think I'm awesome too. So that's really something.
I'll bet they do.
They think they have a cool mom.
That's awesome. Yeah. And at that age and at the ages they're going to be, sometimes, you know, they don't think their parents are very cool. So you
Yeah.
got it going on there.
Yeah. They
Well,
still try to sit in my lap, and
yeah, I appreciate the
still
time
try
you
to
gave
be
me
babies.
today, and hopefully we can get some word out to people
Yes.
also about what you do and where you're going to be, and about the people that, you know, your suppliers and that. We always like to help those people grow their businesses as well. So
Yes.
thank you so
But
much.
yeah,
We will. Go ahead.
the main Instagram page is at Resto Rat Customs.
I'll spell that out. What's it called?
Resto, RESTO,
Right.
Rat, RAT, Customs, CUSTOMS.
Okay, very good. So you heard that, people. So get on there and
Yep.
check that out. And
Like, follow, and share.
oh yes, exactly. So Kasey, hopefully we'll see each other soon, and I appreciate
Yes.
the time, and have a good rest of the day.
Thank you. You too. Be blessed.
Thank you for listening to Racing Girls Rock Podcast. Follow us on Facebook at International Women's Motorsports Association, or on Instagram and Twitter at the IWMA Nation. And if you know someone that should be on our show, drop us an email at iwmanation@gmail.com.